So why did we start this journey of streaming? It's always been a passion of mine, and I decided I needed a change in life. The normal day to day is just not cutting it for me. I'm looking for something to expand my horizon, pique my interest, grow. That's a big one. It's been quite the last 2.5 months, 3 months since we started this journey of streaming. There's been a lot of learning curves. A lot of things that I didn't know went into all of this. There is video editing, right software, overlays, multi-streaming, uploading criteria, making sure you have thumbnails, making sure you post at prime time. A lot of videos out there that touch on these subjects and kind of go into detail, and they go into the analytics, but nobody really gives you deep down, I feel like, of what it's really doing and how we're really going about this. I wanted to make a video that would kind of show the ups, downs, the hardships, the things that are nice, the things that kind of make you proud of yourself. It's completely not what you think it is, and not in a bad way. Like, I would never say nobody chase this. Definitely chase it. Just be prepared. I work a full-time job. We have 4 kids, a wife, and trying to fit this in where we can. It works. Sometimes you got to be flexible. You got to bend with it. Roll with the punches. That's the hard part. But the biggest thing is, don't stress over how many people are viewing you, how many likes you get, subscribers you get. Be yourself. The world is full of people. People like you, people like me. And you will find a community. It'll take time. Mine is still small, growing. That's why I wanted to document this journey. But yeah, it's quite interesting. We're gonna start doing weekly vlogs on this channel, just to kind of go through, explain some of the hardships and some of the successors from that week. Hopefully, this will help somebody as well as help myself as far as getting more used to talking to a camera, insight. By all means, leave your comments below, things you think that need to be improved. So I figured with our first update, go through and see where we stand on each one of the platforms. This way we kind of have a baseline benchmark for these weekly updates to kind of see where we were the week before, what worked, what didn't work. So we'll start off, I'm going to look at my Twitch. We're going to go back and we want to look at it from beginning of December up until today. So as you can see, we averaged less than one viewer. We have 57 total followers, a total of 233 hours streamed, 254 unique viewers, and 144 unique chatters. So this is not bad. As you can see, there's a couple days where we were averaging 3 or more viewers. Fortunately, they did not get me to my monetization. So when I go in and look at our path to affiliate, we have the followers done. Stream for 4 hours, definitely done. Stream on 4 different days. We've got 18 of those. And as you can see, this is reset for the 30 days. So we're at 0 out of 4 for having the minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days. Viewership in Twitch is hard. Everything's saturated. There's no way to necessarily stand out, to have people click on you. It's kind of a poke and hope. One thing I have found that does work is putting TTV in my player's name. If you're playing a game that is a community-based PvP, MMOR, something of that nature, and you are streaming, it does help. I would suggest maybe put that in your player's name. I've had a lot of times where people that I engage with in a PvP fight or just interact in some manner during gameplay will come in just to say GG's, or maybe they'll come in and clip it. Maybe they got a good kill on you, or maybe you got a good kill on them. And they're like, no way. And then they come in, they can see it. So that has definitely been a positive. Downfalls outside of that, you really have to rely on other platforms to pull people into your channels. You know, a big thing I would say is when you are posting on other platforms, try to put in there your schedule. You know, stick to that schedule the best you can. Give somebody a way to know when and where you're going to be live. So that way, if they do enjoy the video they're watching on another platform, they can come in and they can try to jump into the next one, see your live gameplay, interact with you. So when it comes to TikTok, it's been very up and down over the past 3 months. I've had some really good videos, had some videos that did nothing. It's definitely different. You can't compare the items that you use on YouTube with TikTok. They're completely different. You can have the same video posted between both of those and it do great on YouTube, do nothing on TikTok. Very interesting. So looking at our TikTok stats, we've had 24,000 views, 73 profile views, 1,300 likes, 23 comments, and 2 shares. Not bad. Definitely doesn't seem like it. And you can see on the chart that it looks like it's spiking. There's a lot of flat, and then there's a couple spikes where the vast majority of those views came from. So that is something we're continuing to try to figure out, is what works best on what platform. TikTok, I think that's the one that I'm trying to figure out the most. What kind of content is going to do good? What do people want to see? We'll just have to see, you know, and that's part of this video. Let's see what works, doesn't work. We can check in weekly and go from there. Now going over to YouTube, this one I feel has had some pretty decent progress. Although it doesn't look like it in the aspect that I have less views here than I do on TikTok. I have more retention. I'm getting more people to stay, be engaged in the videos, comments. So you can see in the last 90 days, we're sitting at just under 19,000 views, 144 hours of watch time, and we've gained 5 subscribers. Currently, we're only sitting at like 43. So we're a long ways our goals, but it'll come slowly but surely. This isn't an overnight successor. Definitely takes a lot of hard work, time away from your family, activities, things that you like. But it's also really cool and intriguing. And I've learned out of this experience so far that video editing is something I actually enjoy. It's pretty cool. I like altering it and seeing how the videos turn out. And anything where you're learning day in and day out is something that's to be thankful for. We'll try to do these check-ins somewhere towards the end of the week, every week. Can't promise it's always going to be on the same day. Never know what life's going to throw. But we will do this weekly, and we'll make some checks and balances, find out where we are, where we were, what's working, what's not working, and go from there. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit a like, subscribe, follow, just so we can keep up with the next updates and the progress that we're making on these platforms.